Today I'm going to talk about what you can do if you find that you and your partner just aren't matching on your love languages or what you need or what you want, and you just find yourself always wishing that they would do something different, or always saying like, I really want you to do this, or thinking that, right? And then it just never comes through. And this can apply to you if you know that your love languages are different, if you've taken the love language test, or you watched my other video on tips for how to better show your partner love based on their love language. Or it can apply to you if you just know that you guys aren't meeting and you're not meshing and you have kind of different wants and needs. So we're gonna get into all of that today. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you want notifications when new videos come out, then just click the little bell and you'll get notifications when a new video comes out. So what can you do if you know that you and your partner do not have the same love language and you just want them to do things differently than they do, right? So the first thing that we can do is we have to talk about it. And I know that sounds obvious, but how many times have I been in a session where they just aren't communicating about it? So the couple is there and they both want and need different things, but they haven't really had a real or open or productive conversation about any of this. So we need to open that up. We need to talk about what I want and what I need and what you want and what you need and how I can better give you that and how you can better give me that. And it's really helpful if you can give examples and really praise things that they've done before. That's a great way to get someone to do something, right? Is praise it when they've done it in the past. Like, hey, when you did this, or when you stepped up and you knew that I had all these things to do and you did them for me without me asking, I really loved and appreciated that. Or when you made more of an effort to hug me or to hold my hand or to give me physical comfort, that I really, really appreciated. So if you can really detail it, really quantify it, that helps a lot, because then we have something to work with and the other person has something that they can work on. It can't really be vague, because that just leaves us kind of frustrated and in the same place we were before. We need to know exactly what we need to do and what we can work on. And then the next thing that we can do from there is that we can make more of an effort to give our partner that love, right? And of course that sounds simple as well, but it's not. Like we're really bad at this. And it's harder if their love language is really difficult for us. So a lot of people really like words of affirmation. They like to hear your thoughts and your feelings and how you feel about them. And for a lot of other people, that's really hard to express. So that can be difficult, but we can try small things and we can really set goals. And this is what I do with people. I set small goals. So if it's words of affirmation, try to tell your partner 5 things this week that you appreciate about them. Try to make more of an effort to tell them that you love them, to just send a random text or just to let them know how you're feeling and what you're thinking, because that goes a long way. And it applies to all the other love languages too, right? Pick some things that you can do this week that you know will help them out without them asking. Bring home their favorite treat, or bring home something that you know they love and that they weren't expecting. We can do this in really small ways, right? I've had people try to have people consciously touch their partner as they walk by. So when you walk by them, just try to give them a little touch or a hug, or even just kind of like graze their back. That helps if that person's love language is physical affection, right? So those are small things that we can do, but we have to make an effort and we have to really plan it and make it a goal. So you can make the effort. And again, if it's uncomfortable for you to do these things all the time where it's not natural, start really small and set small goals with this. And then the third thing, which is kind of the flip of that one, is we have to make a conscious effort to notice when the other person is trying, right? So this has helped me a lot with people who I just don't mesh with, and some of my family members even. Not that I don't mesh with, but that their love language is so different from mine. So I wish that they would express more verbally, or I wish they were more affectionate or would give a hug sometimes, but that's not their love language. And when I recognize that, I can make more of a note of when they're doing other things. Like, oh, they just offered to help me with this, or they offered to help me move, or they offered to fix something, right? Like that is their love language. And that means they're showing me love and appreciation and affection there. So I need to be more conscious of that and appreciate that. And that only happens when we are really conscious of it, because we like certain things and we like our love languages for a reason. They appeal to us, they make us feel loved, and they make us feel appreciated. So we have to notice when the other person is making efforts, even if it's their love language and not ours, right? So this only comes also from having that open conversation, right? The first thing. So if you know, let's say that your partner's love language is acts of service, but that's not yours, you can really notice when they try to do those things for you, or when they try to give you gifts. Even if you don't care about gifts or you don't care about these things, try to notice like, okay, that's them showing me love, and I'm going to show appreciation for that and try to accept that a little bit more as love, because that's what it is. And it may not feel the same to you as your primary love language or the thing that you want and need, and you still want those other things, of course, but you can be more appreciative and try to give more weight to that when it happens. So those are kind of my tips, and these are things that need to be worked on all the time. They need to be checked in about all the time. You guys need to have conversations about this. You can kind of set goals personally and then talk about it and be like, okay, this is what I've really been working on. Have you noticed? Has it helped? What would you like to see more of? Have all those conversations. So really open up conversations about all this, talk about it all, talk about it again, even if you don't like it, right? Then make more of an effort to give them their love language, even if it's in small ways. And 3, make more of an effort to notice when they're giving you these things, even if it's not your love language. So those are some of my tips for that. If you guys have any questions, comment below. You can reach out to me and ask a question anonymously on my website, or you can reach out for help or support or to set up a call or anything like that. So reach out to me if you need anything, and I'm happy to help.